Do you want to know how much time you have left when you turn 70? Every year becomes more noticeable, and in fact, you are catching signs about your time to live. Some people in their 70s are still strong, healthy, and full of life, while others begin to slow down, face health problems, and become tired. This difference is often found in a few key signs, small but very powerful, can give you a glimpse into your future. In this video, we'll talk about 7 signs that can reveal how long you'll live after 70. These aren't theories or myths, but are based on real patterns that researchers and doctors have observed in people who live long, healthy lives. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what to look for in your body and lifestyle, and more importantly, what you can do to maximize your chances of living a longer and healthier life. Watch the whole video, because you may be missing out on little things that can have a big impact on your future. When you get these signs, you will have a clear idea of your current situation and the changes needed to add years to your life. Now, let's get started. Sign 1. Your walking speed. One of the strongest predictors of how long you can live after 70 is not in your DNA. It's not about your medical records or even your diet, but something much simpler: your walking pace. Studies have shown that people who maintain a steady, brisk walking pace into their 70s and beyond tend to live longer than those who slow down significantly. Walking speed is directly related to overall health, muscle strength, cardiovascular function, and even brain health. Think of 2 people, Joe and Frank, both 75 years old. Joe walks every morning, keeps a steady pace, and has no trouble crossing the street or climbing stairs. His movements are smooth, balanced, and confident. In contrast, Frank used to be very active, but has slowed down considerably over the past few years. He has trouble responding to others, rests frequently, and sometimes feels off balance. Joe's pace shows that his body is still working well, while Frank's reduced speed could be a warning sign that his health is declining. A slow, unsteady gait isn't just a sign of aging. It can also signal underlying problems like muscle weakness, poor circulation, or even early neurological decline. The good news is that walking speed is something you can improve. The more you walk, the stronger you become. If you find yourself slowing down, don't ignore it. Start making small efforts to strengthen your muscles, like walking more, using light weights, or doing simple leg exercises. Because in the end, the speed at which you move in real life can really tell you a lot about how much longer you can keep moving. Pay attention to your speed. This may be the simplest way to test your longevity. Sign 2. Your hand strength. It may sound surprising, but the strength of your handshake may reveal more about your future than you think. Research has shown that studying handshake strength is one of the most revealing studies about the overall health of older people. A strong handshake promotes healthy muscles, good blood circulation, and a functioning nervous system. On the other hand, a weak or diminished grip can be a warning sign of muscle loss, weakness, and even an increased risk of health problems. Consider Robert, a 78-year-old man who prides himself on his strong handshake. He remains active. Practice gently and without difficulty opening a tea bag or handbag. Walter, also 78, began to notice that simple tasks like opening a bottle or holding a heavy bag were becoming more difficult than before. He assumed it was just a sign of aging, but what he didn't realize was that his declining hand strength was a sign of a loss of base, which could make him more prone to falls, injuries, and even a shorter life. Your hands are a reflection of your healthy body. If your hand strength is decreasing, your muscles are likely weakening, and the more strength you lose, the harder it becomes to maintain independence, function, and resilience. The good news is that you can regain hand strength. Simple exercises like a tennis ball, using a hand grip, or even holding light weights can help maintain hand strength and keep your muscles strong. Take a moment to check your hand strength. If your handshake feels weaker than it used to, or if everyday tasks are becoming more difficult, Don't ignore it, because your current strength can determine your strength in the years to come. Sign 3. The ability to stand on one leg. Balance isn't something most people think about when they start to lose it. However, the ability to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds is one of the strongest indicators of how long you're likely to live. Researchers have found that people with balance problems are more likely to have accidents, injuries, and even cognitive decline. Conversely, people who can maintain good balance into their 70s and beyond tend to live longer and healthier lives. Imagine two women, Carol and Nancy, both in their early 70s. Carol has always been active, walks every day, does yoga, and can easily step on one foot without wobbling. As for Nancy, who had not paid much attention to her balance over the years, when she tried to stand on one leg, she immediately started to lean and had to hold on to something to keep her balance. What Nancy did not realize was that this imbalance was not just an inconvenience, but a warning sign that her proper coordination, muscle strength, and even non-muscle function might be declining. Good balance depends on strong legs, a sharp nervous system, and a healthy brain. If you find yourself stumbling, feeling unsteady when turning quickly, or needing to hold onto walls or furniture to keep your balance, it's time to take action. The good news is that balance can be improved. Simple exercises like standing on one leg for a few seconds a day, walking on your feet, or doing some light Tai Chi can help you regain your balance. Try this test now. Stand up and walk on one foot from the ground. Can you hold it for 10 seconds without any difficulty? If not, don't panic, but don't give up either, because the more you practice your balance today, the stronger and more stable you will be in the years to come. Sign 4. Your sleep habits. The amount of sleep you get at night says a lot about how long you can live. Sleep is not just for rest, but also for repair, boosting your immune system, and clearing toxins from your brain. Studies have shown that people over 70 who maintain consistent, quality sleep tend to live longer and healthier lives. Meanwhile, people who have trouble sleeping are at risk for memory loss, heart disease, and weakened immune systems. Consider two men, Henry and Bill, both in their mid-70s. Henry has a consistent bedtime, sleeps about 7 hours a night, and wakes up feeling refreshed. Bill, on the other hand, tosses and turns frequently, wakes up multiple times, and sometimes has trouble falling asleep. Over time, Henry's body continued to function well, his mind was sharp, and his energy levels stabilized, but Bill began to experience brain fog, daytime fatigue, and even changes in blood pressure, all of which are related to poor sleep quality. If you frequently wake up in the middle of the night, have trouble falling back to sleep, or feel tired despite getting enough sleep, don't ignore it. Your body is warning you that it could be related to a number of issues, including stress, poor diet, lack of physical activity, or even unexpected health problems like sleep apnea. The good news is that you can improve the quality of your sleep. Simple changes like reducing screen time before bed, maintaining a regular sleep routine, getting natural light in the morning, or avoiding heavy meals late at night can make a big difference. Sleep not only helps you feel rested, it also helps your body function at its best. So tonight, pay attention to how you sleep. If you wake up feeling tired, have trouble falling back asleep, or notice your sleep has changed in recent years, it's time to make adjustments, because the quality of your sleep today could determine your strength and health in the years to come. Sign 5. Your eating habits. How you eat after 70 is one of the strongest indicators of how long you're likely to live. A healthy, balanced diet keeps your muscles strong, your immune system strong, and your energy high. Conversely, a loss of appetite or a sedentary eating routine can be a sign of underlying health problems and even accelerate the aging process. Consider two women, Margaret and Susan, both 74 years old. Margaret enjoys eating, eats a variety of fresh foods, and maintains a stable weight. She looks forward to preparing her own meals and feels energized throughout the day. Meanwhile, Susan begins to notice that she is not eating as well as she used to, skipping breakfast or eating takeout, and has unintentionally lost weight over the past year. What she didn't realize was that her decline in thinking wasn't just a small change, but a warning sign that her body might not be absorbing nutrients properly, which can weaken muscles, slow metabolism, and even affect the immune system. A decline in thinking in older adults is often related to underlying health issues, including digestive problems, hormonal changes, or even early signs of cognitive decline. And when you don't eat enough, your body starts to break down muscle, leading to weakness, fatigue, and an increased risk of falls and illness. If you notice changes in your eating habits, whether it's feeling full too quickly, a lack of spontaneous eating, or unwanted weight loss, the important thing is to take action. Eating right after 70 will not only keep you full, but it will also provide your body with the nutrients it needs to function properly. Focus on nutritious foods, stay hydrated, and don't ignore a decreased appetite, as it may be your body's way of alerting you to the need for attention. Sign 6. How you handle stress. How you handle stress after 70 can tell you a lot about how long you can live. Chronic stress not only affects your mood, but it can also weaken your immune system, increase your risk of heart disease, and even speed up the aging process. Conversely, people who know how to manage stress effectively tend to live healthier lives, more active and mentally sharp into his later years. Consider John and Richard, both 76. John faces the same processes as anyone else, but he has learned to handle them calmly and steadily. He practices deep breathing, social connections, and doesn't dwell on problems for too long. Richard, though also facing cognitive deficits, but he often worried about things beyond his control, felt overwhelmed by small things, and often felt stuck in negative thinking. Over time, this constant stress took a toll on his body, increasing his stress, decreasing his sleep quality, and lowering his energy. Chronic stress stimulates inflammation in the body. This has been linked to almost every age-related disease from Alzheimer's to heart disease. If you regularly feel stressed, tense, or emotionally exhausted, don't ignore it. Finding ways to manage stress, whether through meditation, exercise, deep breathing, or even laughter, can help you live longer. Ask yourself, when faced with a challenge, do you change and move forward, or do you hold on to worry and let stress control your life? Sign 7. Your social connection. The strength of your relationships may be one of the clearest indicators of how long you can live past 70. Research has shown that people with strong social connections, whether through friendships, family, or community, tend to live longer and healthier lives. Loneliness, on the other hand, is linked to a higher risk of heart disease, depression, cognitive decline, and even early death. Imagine two women, Elena and Barbara, both 78 years old. Elena has an active social life, keeping in touch with old friends, participating in a book club, and enjoying spending time with her family. She looks forward to conversations, laughs often, and feels connected to those around her. Barbara, on the other hand, spends most of her time alone, having lost touch with many friends over the years and, although she has a family, is lonely when it comes to contacting them. As the months went by, she began to feel lonely, her mood dropped, and her overall health declined. Connecting with people not only provides emotional support, but also has a direct impact on physical health. When you interact with others, your brain stays active, your stress levels decrease, and you release chemicals that are beneficial to your overall health. If you find yourself withdrawing from social activities, avoiding phone calls, or spending too much time alone, it's time to change that. Staying connected doesn't mean you have to be around other people all the time, but small efforts like catching up with old friends, joining a hobby group, or making a habit of meaningful conversation can make a big difference. Because the relationships you nurture today will not only make you happier, they'll also help you stay healthier and live longer in the years to come. Final thoughts. Now that you know these 7 signs, take a moment to think about your current state. Are you moving through life with strength and confidence, or have you noticed small changes that could be warning signs? The good news is that most of these factors, walking speed, hand strength, balance, sleep quality, eating habits, stress levels, and social relationships, these are all things you can improve. Your future isn't predetermined by money, and the choices you make today can have a powerful impact on those things. The remaining years of your life, if you notice areas that need improvement, don't wait for your doctor to do maintenance. Start now, walk more, strengthen your muscles, prioritize good sleep, stay socially connected, and find ways to manage stress. The goal isn't just to live longer, but to live better, because ultimately longevity isn't just about the number of years you have left, it's about the quality of life you experience during those years. Thank you for joining us today. We would love to hear from you. Please leave a comment and share what you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so please feel free to share. Reading your comments gives us motivation and strength. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue to create great content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video.